Hello students, today we will learn about working with tables and queries. In the previous chapter, you learned about the basics of database, like what is database, its types and structure. You were also introduced to various activities like creating, saving, closing, and opening of database using one of the important components of Microsoft Office suite, that is, Access 2016. In this chapter, you will further learn about the other activities associated with the database. First, let us understand how to edit tables in Access. Access 2016 allows you to edit the tables in both the views, that is, Datasheet view and Design view. Adding a field in Datasheet view. Open the table in Datasheet view. Right-click on the drop-down arrow of the field on the left of which you want to insert a field. The context menu appears. Select the Insert Field option. The new field named as Field 1 will be inserted before the selected field. Adding a field in Design view. Open the table in Design view. Place the cursor on the field above which you intend to add a new field. Select the Insert Rows option in the Tools group on the Design tab. A new blank row is inserted above the selected field. Define the name and the data type for the new field. Deleting a field in a datasheet view. To delete a field, follow the steps given below. Select the field by clicking on its field header and press the Delete key, or right-click on the field and select the Delete Field option from the context menu. Access prompts a message to confirm deletion. Click Yes to confirm the deletion and No to cancel the deletion. Deleting a field in Design view. Open a table. Select the row containing the field that you want to delete. Click on the Delete Rows button on the Design tab in the Tools group. Let me give you a tip. You can also delete fields in Design view by right-clicking on the rows containing the field and selecting the Delete Rows option from the context menu. Let us learn how to make changes in Datasheet view. Moving a field. Open the table in Datasheet view. Select the field that you want to move by clicking on its field header. Drag it horizontally and drop it at the desired location. While dragging, you will find a dark line appearing between the fields. This indicates the position where the field will be placed. Freezing a field. Freezing a field in MS Access refers to making the selected field or column appear at the leftmost side in a table and makes it visible at all times, irrespective of the directions you scroll. To freeze columns, follow the steps given below. Open the table in Datasheet view. Right-click on the column heading of the field that you want to freeze. Select the Freeze Fields option from the context menu. You will observe that the selected column is shifted to the extreme left of the table. You can unfreeze the columns by right-clicking on any column heading and selecting Unfreeze All Fields option from the context menu. Hiding a field. MS Access provides a feature using which you can temporarily hide columns. To hide fields, follow the given steps. Right-click on the column heading that you want to hide. Select the Hide Fields option from the context menu. You will notice that the selected column is no more visible in the table. Unhiding the hidden fields. The fields which you have hidden earlier can be brought back to the table. Follow the steps given below to unhide the fields. Right-click on any of the field headings. Select the Unhide Fields option from the context menu. The Unhide Columns dialog box appears on the screen. It shows the names of all the fields present in the table. Select the checkbox next to each field that you wish to display. Click on the Close button. You will observe that the selected fields have appeared in the table. Students, let me explain you about moving through records. Sometimes while entering data in a table, you wish to move across the table, either to edit some data or delete a record. Many times you prefer to use a mouse to click on the row selector button of a record or simply select a field. Whenever there are a large number of records, it becomes difficult to navigate through the table. Access provides the navigation toolbar that appears at the bottom of a data sheet, using which it becomes convenient to move through the records. Number 1 takes you to the first record. Number 2 moves to the previous record. Number 3 type the specific record number to move to. Number 4 takes you to the next record. Number 5 moves to the last record. Number 6 go to a new blank record. Students, in Access 2013, all the editing options are same as available in Access 2016. Students, now let us learn about sorting data within a table. Sorting means arranging the data either in the ascending or descending order. The records in a table are not stored in any particular order when they are entered into a table. We can sort data within a table based on the values of a particular field. To sort the data, follow the steps given below. Select the field that you wish to sort. Click on the drop-down arrow of its field header. Select either Sort Smallest to Largest or Sort Largest to Smallest option from the drop-down list if the field is numeric, or select the Sort A to Z or Sort Z to A option if the field is alphanumeric. Observe the change in the database. Let me give you another tip. The sort buttons, ascending or descending, on the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group are another way to sort the data. To undo the sorting effect, click on the Remove Sort button on the Home tab in the Sort and Filter group. Let us find out how to do calculation in a data sheet. You can do calculation in a data sheet. Follow the given steps. In the navigation pane, double-click on the desired table. The table opens in the datasheet view automatically. Click on the Totals option in the Records group on the Home tab. This displays a new row named as Total. It appears on the next row of the last record of the table as shown in the figure. Now select the field on which you want to perform the calculation. Here we have selected the field Tuition Fee. Select a function from the list. Here we have selected the Sum function. You will find that the sum of all the values of the tuition fee field appears on the screen. Okay students, let us learn about filtering in a data sheet. Filtering in a data sheet implies displaying specific records while hiding rest of the records until the filter effect is cleared. The steps to filter data in a data sheet are as follows. Click on the drop-down arrow present at the right of the column header whose data you want to filter. By default, Access selects all the checkboxes under the Text Filters option. Click on the Select All checkbox. All the selected checkboxes will be deselected. Now select the items that you want to display in your datasheet. You can select as many items as you want. Here we are selecting the names of only 3 students. Click OK. The filter icon will appear at the right of the column header. It indicates that the column is filtered. If you point at the filter icon, Access shows the filter criteria. When you filter data, the calculations in the total row will change accordingly. You can remove the filter by clicking on the Toggle Filter button in the Sort and Filter group on the Home tab. You will observe that the data sheet is back to its original form. Students, let us learn about advanced filtering in a data sheet. It is an advanced version of the normal filter. By specifying the customized filter criteria, it further narrows down the display of the records. To apply an advanced filter, click on the drop-down arrow present to the right of the selected column header. Select the Number Filters option. A cascading menu appears, displaying the options as shown in the figure. Select any of the options from the list. Here we are selecting the Equals option. The Custom Filter dialog box appears. Type 12 in the class is equal to text box and click OK. This displays only the records of class 12 students. Students, let us understand how to search in a data sheet. There are times when you require a particular data in your data sheet. It becomes very difficult when you're not sure about its exact location. The search box located at the bottom of the Access window makes it easy to search. Enter a part or whole word, phrase, date or number in the search box and press Enter. Here we have entered value Kabir in the search box. Access highlights the corresponding value in the first record that matches your search as shown in the figure. To find the next matching record, press Enter again. Access finds all records that match your search criteria anywhere in your data sheet. Okay, let us talk about querying a database. The database of any organization may contain huge amount of data. Moreover, it may consist of multiple tables. When the number of records in a table increases, it becomes difficult for any user to extract specific records from that table. Microsoft Access provides us a solution for this problem through queries. A query is a database object that helps a user to retrieve and view information from one or more database tables that meet a specific condition or criteria specified by the user. The information retrieved on the basis of specified criteria in the query is stored in a separate table called the query table. Students note that a select query retrieves data from one or more tables and displays the record set in a data sheet. You can also use a select query to group data and to calculate sum, count, average, and other types of total. What is a query? In general, a query is like a simple question that you ask to find a specific information from the database. Similarly, in Access, when you build a query, you are defining specific search conditions. You can use queries to view, change, summarize, and analyze specific data in different ways. In our daily life, we make several types of queries to get specific information. For example, which students are scoring above 85% marks? Which students live in Sector 4 Chandigarh? And so on. We can make quick decisions depending on that criteria. Let us understand the concept of queries with the help of an example. In the students table, we have records of class 8 as well as class 9 students. Suppose we want to extract the records of students of class 8 who reside in Panchkula. We can find this with the help of queries. Queries are made on tables and the results are displayed in the form of a table. That is, in a group of rows and columns, with a set of records that match the given condition. Microsoft Access provides various types of queries: select, parameter, crosstab, action, and SQL, structured query language, query. Students note, a parameter query is a type of select query that prompts you for input before it runs. The query then uses your input as criteria that controls the results. For example, you can design it to prompt for 2 dates. Access will then retrieve all data with values between the specified two dates. Students, let me explain you how to set a relationship between tables. Relationships are links that associate a field in one table with the same field in another table. In Access, you can store data in multiple tables. To bring that information together, you need to define relationships between the tables. Once you have defined relationship between the tables, data from both the tables can be used by query, form, or report. A relationship works by matching a field with the same name in both the tables. In most of the cases, these matching fields are the primary key from one table that uniquely identifies each record in a table and a foreign key in the other table. A foreign key is a value in one table that must match the primary key of another table. To create a relationship, make two tables, one with the name students that holds information about students such as their roll number, full name, class, address, city, and the other with the name marks that holds the information about the student's roll number, percentage and grade. Open one of them in the datasheet view. Click on the Database Tools tab. Select the Relationships button from the Relationships group. The Show Table window appears, displaying the list of tables in the database. Select the required table and click on the Add button. The selected table will appear as a small window in the Relationships window. Likewise, add another table to the Relationships window. You can activate the Queries tab if the relationship is based on the queries, or activate both tabs if relationship is based on both tables and queries. Click on the Close button to close the Show Table dialog box. Drag the primary key of the parent table, example, Students table, and drop it over the same field in the Child table, example, Marks table. In our example, roll number is the primary key. The Edit Relationships dialog box appears. Click on the Create button. Access creates the relationship between the tables. A line linking the two tables will appear, indicating that both have been linked on the basis of the linked field. Click on the Save button on the Quick Access toolbar to save the relationship, and then close the Relationships window by clicking on the Close button on the Relationships group. Let me share with you a tip. After the relationship has been created between two tables, you must delete the relationship before you make modifications to the fields on which relationship is based. To delete a relationship, click on the line that connects the tables and press the Delete key. Students, let us know more that a cross-tab query uses row headings and column headings so that you can see your data in terms of two categories at once. Okay students, let us learn how to create a query. Access provides two ways to create a query: Query Wizard, Query Design. Creating a query in Design View. The Design View gives you more control over a query. It allows you to create a query from the scratch. Open the database and click on the Create tab on the ribbon. Now click on the Query Design button in the Queries group. The Show Table dialog box is displayed, from which you can select the record source for your query, which can be one or more tables or queries, or a combination of the two. Select the table from the Show Table dialog box on which you would like to run a query. Click on the Add button and then click on the Close button. The selected table appears as a small window displaying a list of fields in the upper section of the Query Design window, that is the Object Relationship pane. Double-click on the field names which you want to add in the query. They will be added to the Design Grid, the bottom section of the query window. You can also add fields to the query by dragging them from the field list to the Design Grid. The Design Grid is similar to a spreadsheet, with columns representing each field in the query. Okay students, know the fact. To add all the fields present in the field list to the design grid, double-click on the top bar of the table's field list and drag it to the design grid. Let us understand the design grid. Field. The first row of the design grid displays the selected field names from the table. Table. Beneath each field name is the name of the existing table. Show. The show row displays a check mark. The fields with check marks display the information when the query is run. To hide the field during runtime, deselect the check mark by clicking on it. Sort. This property is used to filter the data either in an ascending or descending order. It is optional. Criteria. It contains the condition on the basis of which the records can be filtered in the query output. Or, this property is used to set multiple criteria in a query. Okay, let's know more. To reopen the Show Table dialog box while creating relationship, click on the Show Table button on the Design tab in the Relationships group. Okay, students, let us find out how to specify simple criteria. We specify criteria in the criteria row of the design grid. Specify the criteria value in the criteria row and the data will be filtered accordingly in the query output. Let us understand it with the help of an example. To view the roll numbers and names of students of class 8, double-click on the required fields in the table. Move the cursor to the criteria row and type the criteria 8 in the class field column. Click on the sort property in the full name column and set it in the ascending order. Click on the close button of query window to save the query. A dialog box will appear asking you to save changes to the design of query 1. Click on the Yes button to save the changes. The Save As dialog box will appear. Specify the query name and click OK. The query name will appear in the navigation pane. Make sure you have selected the All Access Objects option from the drop-down menu in the navigation pane. Double-click on the query name to view the query output. The query result will be displayed in the query's datasheet view, which looks like a table. Let me give you a tip. To view the query output without saving, click on the Run button in the Results group on the Design tab. Okay, now let us find out how to specify multiple criteria. To specify multiple criteria in a query, follow these steps. Suppose you want to see the records of class 8 and class 9 from a wide range of records. Move the cursor to the criteria row and type the condition 8 in the class field. Type the second condition 9 in the OR row of the same column. Now run the query by clicking on the Run button on the Query Tools Design tab. The query result will be displayed in the datasheet view. If you want to save the query, click on the Save command in the Quick Access toolbar. When prompted to name it, type the desired name and then click OK. Students, in Access 2013, you can work with queries in the same way as explained above. Okay, students, let us take a recap of this chapter. Access 2016 allows you to edit the tables in both the views, that is, Datasheet view and Design view. Freezing a field in Access 2016 refers to making the selected field or column appear at the leftmost side in a table and make it visible at all times, irrespective of the directions you scroll. Access provides the navigation toolbar that appears at the bottom of a datasheet, using which it becomes convenient to move the records. Sorting means arranging the data either in an ascending or descending order. Filtering in a datasheet implies displaying specific records while hiding rest of the records until the filter effect is cleared. The search box located at the bottom of the Access window makes it easy to search the records in a datasheet. A query is a database object that helps a user to retrieve and view information from one or more database tables that meet a specific condition or criteria specified by the user. Relationships are links that associate a field in one table with the same field in another table. Access provides two ways to create a query: query wizard and query design.